Hi there, it's Tamara Dorris, and today I thought we would talk about energy. More important than energy is the fact that your ideas and your intentions are energy. So what do I mean by energy? And first of all, I want to be really clear. I'm not just talking about esoteric woo-woo energy like have a high vibe. There's very much scientific fact to support that, but that's what we're talking about here. I'm talking about how it's important that as human beings, we understand that our thoughts, when combined especially with emotions, are called thought forms. Now, when we take those thoughts and we can add our five senses in, then we can call those multisensory thought forms. And multisensory thought forms actually pack a heck of a lot of punch. So this is why when you hear the saying, thoughts are things, yeah, sure they are. But not just random thoughts like, oh, I better call her and I forgot to get bacon at the store and oh, that dog drives me crazy. What, just me streaming thoughts like that? We all have thoughts in and out, in and out. Here's what happens in neuroscience. When we have a thought and that thought is accompanied by an emotion, perhaps an emotional reaction, like something bad happens and your system goes into shock, or something good happens and your system goes into pleasure, right? When those things happen, the thought and the emotion, the neurotransmitter of the emotion and the neural connectivity of the thought create a thought form. And what happens, and we know this from Hebb's law in neuroscience, that the neurons that fire together wire together. And over time, these thought forms increase, and you build what's called a neural network around whatever idea or thinking intention that you're having. And this is one of the most important ways that we embed in our subconscious mind the ideas and the intentions that we want to put out in the world, right? So those thought forms, you can just look at them from a neuroscientific perspective and say, okay, those thought forms are now energetic and they're influencing your subconscious mind. And that means they're influencing your behavior, your actions, your attitudes. Why? Because we all know, well, we should know, that our subconscious minds are running our lives. Our subconscious minds are up to 98%. Some say 95%, but more recent neuroscientific research has said 98%. 98%. Think about that number. That's like really close to 100. 98% of what you think, what you live, is a result of your subconscious mind telling you, this is what you see. This is my story of the world. This is how things are happening. It's a lot. Now, inner quantum physics, stage left. Now we're talking about fields. You have a biofield around you. Your heart has a biofield that stretches out for a lot further than your brain field stretches out. We all have fields. It's like, imagine we're all running around in little bubbles, the bubbles the kids, but we've got it around us and it doesn't pop very easily, thankfully. Our fields are also a form of energy. So what happens with our thought forms as a field of energy, beyond controlling our subconscious mind, is our thought forms also find other thought forms, other fields that are around us that we will pull to us. Some thought fields will be repelled by us, okay? I always say with my clients sometimes, let's say, for example, you have someone that you don't want to be friends with, you don't like, and it's just not coincidental that you never run into them. But if you strongly dislike them, you're probably going to run into them. Why? Because you've added emotion to thought. The idea that you don't like someone, that's a thought, with the emotion of, oh, that person really bugs me. Now that's formed a thought form that is kind of going out and looking for that quality of energy that will match it. Does that make sense? That's why when we worry and worry and worry so much, and then as they say in the Bible, that which I fear has cometh upon me, right? Because we're thinking about it, and we're thinking about it with the intensity of emotion, which is a magnet for whatever the quality thought that you have is. Thus, hence, therefore, what you want to do is you want to add your positive emotions, your grateful, joyful, appreciative emotions to good thought forms like, that's my intention. That's what I want to have happen. That's what I want to see. This is how I see the world. This is who I love. This is what I want to do. Those thought forms combined with emotion creates a field that goes outside of your body, controls the inside of your body too, your attitudes, your behaviors, your pharmacy within, but it also goes without, and it will attract that back to you, that same quality. Does that make sense? So your ideas, your intentions are very, very much a form of energy that not only control and dictate your subconscious mind, which absolutely has everything to do with your life and all the things you have or don't have, want or don't want. It all has to do with your subconscious programming, 100% guaranteed. And the emotions you put out also either attract or repel people. I mean, I think that is the most exciting thing since sliced bread. I don't even know where the saying sliced bread comes from, but that's how exciting it is. So the whole idea of this video is just to encourage you, to entice you to start paying attention to the kinds of thoughts that you're thinking and the emotions that they're connected to, so that when you're putting out these multisensory thought forms out into the ethers, you're attracting back to yourself really good things, things that you love, not things that you're worried about, not things that you don't like. Okay, so that was my message today. I hope it helped you in some small way, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.